The first complaint came in before the car even cooled down. My wife had just pulled into the driveway late afternoon, quiet street. Nothing unusual when her phone buzzed. Not a message from a friend, not work, an HOA notification. I was standing in the garage when she walked in, keys still in hand, that look on her face somewhere between amused and annoyed. That was fast, she said. I raised an eyebrow. What happened? She held up her phone. Apparently my car is a community concern. I leaned against the workbench already. She nodded. Too showy, according to them. Doesn't align with neighborhood standards. I stepped outside and looked at it. The new Rolls-Royce Cullinan sat in the driveway, clean, quiet, and doing absolutely nothing except existing. Nope, I said, looks like a car to me. She smirked slightly. That's what I thought. The thing about that car, it wasn't just expensive, it stood out. Not loud, not flashy in a cheap way, just unmistakable. The kind of presence you don't ignore. And apparently neither did the HOA. Over the next few days, the notices kept coming. First about visual impact, then about vehicle appropriateness, then, somehow, about community balance. Every one of them more ridiculous than the last. We ignored them because there was nothing to respond to. Then the security patrols started. At first it was subtle, a slow drive past the house, a pause near the driveway. Someone inside the car clearly taking notes or pictures. My wife noticed before I did. They're watching the car, she said one evening. I looked out the window. Sure enough, an HOA security vehicle rolled by slower than normal traffic, just enough to make it obvious. They've got nothing better to do, I said. She didn't respond right away, just kept watching. They're going to try something, she said. I shrugged. Let them. A couple days later, we found out what she meant. It was early morning, not even 7 yet. They both turned, a little startled that I was already outside. Sir, one of them said quickly, we're conducting a compliance check. I looked at the device in his hand. On my car. Yes, he said. We've received multiple complaints about what? I asked. Unauthorized modifications, the second one added. We need to verify that the vehicle meets community standards. I stared at him for a second. Community standards, I repeated. Yes, he said. Certain vehicles aren't permitted if they stop, I said. They both froze. You're standing in my driveway, I continued, touching a car that belongs to us. Based on HOA complaints. The first one shifted slightly. We're authorized to inspect. No, you're not, I cut in. Before either of them could respond, the front door opened and she stepped out, calm, composed, still holding her coffee. What's going on? She asked. One of the guards turned toward her. Ma'am, we're just conducting a routine inspection of the vehicle. She didn't let him finish. Why? She asked. He hesitated. Because it may be in violation of community. Why are you touching it? She interrupted again. That threw him off. We need to verify. No, she said, voice steady but firm. You don't. The second guard tried to step in. Ma'am, with all due respect, she set her coffee down on the hood of the car, then reached into her jacket, slow, controlled, pulled out her ID and held it up. Everything changed. The shift was immediate. Both men went still, eyes locked onto the badge, then back to her, then back to the badge again.